I made every mistake in the book, but somehow still ended up here, producing full songs, working with brands, and helping other artists get unstuck. I spent years bouncing between DAWs, downloading endless plugins, starting hundreds of ideas and finishing nothing. I thought I just wasn't talented enough. But looking back, it wasn't talent I was missing, it was structure. So in this video, I want to share 5 lessons that completely changed the game for me. Each one came from a real mistake I made, and I'm hoping they help you skip some of the confusion I went through. And if any of this sounds like what you're going through, I'd love to hear more about your music and where you're at. You can book a free one-on-one music growth call with me or one of my team, and we'll map out a plan to help you move forward with clarity and confidence. Links down below. Now let's get into it. Number 5 is a game changer, so stay tuned. Lesson 1. More plugins won't fix your problems. Early on, I was addicted to collecting plugins. If a YouTuber said, "This is the best new compressor," I downloaded it. If I saw a producer using some expensive reverb, I convinced myself that's what I needed to sound good. I was stacking effects, adding fancy chains, tweaking for hours, but my mixes still sounded off, still muddy, still weak. The turning point was when I forced myself to use only Ableton stock plugins for a full month. That's it, no third-party plugins. And guess what? My mixes actually started sounding better. Why? Because I stopped searching and started learning. I started to actually understand EQ, understand compression, understand gain staging. The real lesson, it's not about the tools, it's about how well you know them. Lesson 2. Starting songs is easy. Finishing them is a skill. I had hundreds of 8-bar loops on my laptop. Each time I got bored, I started something new. I told myself it was inspiration, but nothing ever got done. Eventually I realized I was just avoiding the uncomfortable part, making decisions, pushing through doubt, finishing. Everything changed when I set a rule for myself. No starting a new track until I finished the one I was working on. Even if it sucked, even if I hated it by the end, just finish it. And that changed everything, because finishing is where the real growth happens. You learn about arrangement, transitions, tension and release. You face your weak spots, and every finished song gives you more confidence to do it again. So if you're stuck in the 8-bar loop cycle, break it. Finishing isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. Lesson 3. Too much information will slow you down. This one is sneaky. I thought learning more equals making more progress. So I watched endless tutorials, subscribed to every music YouTuber, downloaded every free pack, and tried every production hack. But all that info started to blur together. Every time I sat down to produce, I had 5 voices in my head telling me different things. I knew about everything, but I wasn't doing anything. The turning point was when I stopped trying to learn everything and committed to one path, one DAW, one workflow, one approach. And I started making music again. If you feel like you know a lot but aren't improving, you're probably in information overload. But the good news, there's a quick fix. Pick one lane and go deep. You learn faster by doing, not watching. Lesson 4. I focused way too much on sound quality and not enough on song quality. For the longest time, I was obsessed with making everything sound clean. I spent hours EQing a snare or trying 5 different compressors on a vocal. But the actual song, the structure, the feeling, the arrangement, it was a mess. I was making polished loops that went nowhere. I thought mixing was the solution, but really, I didn't have a strong idea to begin with. The turning point was when I stopped trying to perfect sounds early on and focused on building a full song first, even if it sounded rough. Only once the idea worked from start to finish would I go back and fine-tune the mix. The tip? A clear idea with average sound hits way harder than a clean loop that doesn't go anywhere. Song first, sound later. Lesson 5, and this is a big one, doing it alone will keep you stuck. This might be the most important one. For years, I tried to figure everything out on my own. I was scared to share my tracks, scared of feedback, so I stayed in my bubble, tweaking, doubting, deleting, and I didn't grow. The turning point was when I finally joined a small community of producers. I started sharing my music, got real honest feedback, saw how others were solving the same problems I had, and everything shifted. I got more confidence, I finished more music, I improved way faster. You need people in the trenches with you, people who are learning too, people who can listen to your stuff and say, yo, this part works, this one doesn't. That kind of support will change your music forever. So yeah, those are the 5 biggest lessons I wish I learned earlier. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, I promise you're not alone. And you don't have to keep spinning your wheels trying to figure it out all by yourself. That's exactly why I built the Unstoppable Producer community for beginner and stuck producers who want to actually finish more music, improve faster, and build confidence in the process. We've got step-by-step courses, live masterclasses, feedback on your tracks, and a community that gets it. If that sounds like something you need, check the link below. And if you're not sure if it's the right fit for you, you can book a free music growth call and I'll walk you through it. Let's keep going. You got this.